back to home. We can do speedrun, get it done quick, and get a better ending than we previously got because our ending sucked. So we're just gonna move this over here. Gonna put this here. And we should be good to go. I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish it because I have like barely any time right now. Because Cyrus coming here and he bought that bookshelf I really wanted, and then we have to do things. Things have to get done. It's okay. Cute. Cause I'm a dum-dum. Boop. 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 Okay. Okay. All I remember at that point is finding myself alone. Oh, on my head. What was that? Ah. Let's do it. Something to feet, flashlight, my love. Okay, that house. Oh no, dead people. Me. Hi, kitty. Yes. We say yes to everything. Yes, you shouldn't have, but we did. Blood! And I'm like, but if I go too quickly, I'm gonna miss stuff. I don't want to miss stuff. I want to get everything. And I want to... I don't know. I don't know my goal. I just want a better ending than what I had. Oh my god. Okay. Boop. I noticed that I limped as I moved down the stairs. How'd I hurt my leg? I don't even know. I was upset. She looked afraid. I shook my head and I tried to clear it. I knew I should have headed downstairs on the way out. Yay! Yes. Bye, mouse. What I'm not understanding, well, is the fact that I get to choose the ending regardless of the choices I've made. Like, everything I decide this whole game doesn't even matter. Because I can just pick whatever I want at the end. But I am going to maybe... No, stop it. Maybe... see that VHS... from the sewer. Though I don't really know. Through scribbles, random paper, notes, some kind of water tower. Did he mean the one by the train yard? I don't know. An old dining table covered dirty dishes. Smell turned my stomach. How long have this been here rotting? Okay, no. A black and white photo looked like the man upstairs. Yes. Mrr. 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 Okay. Down the stairs. It looked like hell. The bathroom was spotless, everything had been wiped. Photo development tray lying on the floor. Seemed odd. Ugh. The front door is blocked by a pile of furniture. I knew I had to find another way out. Shut up. What? Maybe I have to push it first. Maybe. Box looked heavy. And we push it. Okay. And now... there were sheets of paper all over the kitchen table. It looked like a series of names were written down, but they were too smudged to read. I could only keycard, locker, last one, I promise. It didn't seem to make much sense at the time. The smell of the old dishes, moldy food was dizzying. We never did find out what the negatives were. Yes, you did. I looked again at the photo in the house. The couple looked distant, like they didn't want to be in the same picture. I wondered where the wife was. My leg was in terrible shape, but I had to get out. Ah. Footprints in the dirt looked more like one kind and a lot of traffic. Whatever this place was, it was obviously used a lot. Yes. Ugh. I guess we will not. So dark down there, and the air smelled putrid. I couldn't believe what I saw. What was this place? Desk looked old, caked with grime. A stack of old faded paper looked like names. They were scratched out and illegible, written beside each other. Maybe a few letters. Oh. Heather, Olivia. Cheryl. Iris. Daphne. Oh, I can't remember. Nothing about Rachel or me was written there. Maybe I needed to keep looking. Looked to be bones half dug in the ground, and remains looked old. Faded clothes stuck up against the dirt looked familiar. They looked like clothes that a woman was wearing in the photo I found. Was this the man's wife? I wondered what would I have found had I dug deeper. Bark, bark, bark. Oh! Okay. Some kind of homemade rack sewn together with poorly cut wood. It was cracked. Somebody didn't actually use this, did they? The smell in that room. I tells ya. Crudely made shelves, they looked like they were holding cans of some kind of corrosive. The labels were stuck, worn. Slight fumes still emanated from the cans, maybe dessert. It looked like a cage. It was small, but there was something coating the bottom, something wet. The place was getting worse all the time. I knew I had to keep moving. Moving! What? Some kind of old boxes. They looked like they were years old. Wait a minute! These boxes were clothes, and the clothes I remember throwing out after Rachel and I moved to town. What were they doing here? If I was scared before, I was terrified now. Marr. Checked my back pocket, realized my wallet was missing. Did I come to the house, or did somebody bring me? Hi, King! How's it going? Sorry if I'm going like craziness. We already beat it, and I want a better ending. That's all I want right now. The best of endings. Woo! Ooh, can I comment on them? Run away! That actually made me feel pretty awesome just then. We didn't get to do that last time. Woo! I remember noticing the broken ladder. I had to be careful. Bonk. I'm very good. Thank you. There was a rope hanging there. I wasn't sure how sturdy it was, but I took it. Okay. We don't get to see that. Bonk. The rope I found would have let me climb down the broken ladder safely. Did I climb down? Yes, you did. I could hear a faint hum, and the smell from before started to get worse. It's weird that I can't remember what I didn't do last time. Bunch of old newspapers we pasted together. A message had been hastily written. Bleh. Keep out, danger. Wanted nothing more than to get out of there. Okay. I could still feel a faint impression of the rope I had slid down as I pressed against the heavy metal door. It was probably the best that I hadn't jumped. The ache in my leg was pretty bad. If I could have, though, I would have run straight out of those awful tunnels. At least I thought I had found that old handgun. It seemed to work. From the smell, it had already been used. I kept the gun in my pocket. It seemed familiar right there. An exposed ventilation shaft. Maybe somebody crawled through there. But it was so high up, that must have been a sore landing. My leg ached just thinking about it. There was dirt on the ground. It looked wet, and there was grass smeared within it. Odd, there was similar dirt on my own shoes. I could hear a faint trickling sound like water. What was that? Exit! A kitchen knife covered in drying blood. Thinking about it made me sick. I didn't even want to touch it, but did I? I slipped the knife in my boot since I had the gun in my pocket. Did I really need all this? Oh my god. It did it again! The door was locked. At least we know what to do now this time. Yes. I wasn't sure, but I thought it was some kind of regulator. I had no idea how it worked. Through the dust I could see handprints from previous use, probably from whoever worked in those sewers. Is it? Because it's like buffering really bad on my end. Wasn't sure. Yes. Not sure. There you go. Meh. There you go. Yay! Now we should be good to go. Should be. No promise. No guarantees. Because I don't remember. But now we go through exit. Turning those valves must have drained the water that was in this room. There was a ladder I could reach. Bonk. Looked like the water drained out of that grate in the wall. There was a small metal key left floating in the shallow pool of rancid water, and I took it. I pocketed that small key, but it was so odd-shaped I had no idea what it might be. What? Whatever. Anything? No. The safety poster had definitely seen better days. How old was this facility? The door was locked. Ladder! Door. Oh. I found another dead body, a sewer worker. By the wounds all over his face, I figured he'd been stabbed repeatedly. There was a key ring sticking out of the man's pocket. Did I take it? Yes. Thought about the knife I'd found in some disgust as I carefully picked the proper back, I bet. I was feeling even more sick from seeing another dead man. Didn't want to get any more blood on my clothes. There was a security camera in the room. There must have been a way to see what had happened. I couldn't help but wonder if someone was watching me from the other side. Okay. No, no. 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 Do not leave. Do not leave. Use the key ring to unlock the door. A shelf full of security tapes was strictly organized, though covered in dust. Must have been old if they were still using VHS. Odd, one of the tapes was missing. Wonder where the other tape was. The security desk was dusty and there was a dirty coffee cup there. The VCR looked like it still worked. Crap. Go back. couldn't help but wonder if someone was watching me from the other side. Where was that tape? I'm gonna find it. It kept giving me crap, man. The faded paper was yellow and dusty and had obviously been wiped off. The smell hadn't improved much, and the room was damp. Ugh! There's a tape I must find. Try it. Well, this is new. A collection of stale liquor bottles covered the floor. The room didn't seem like much of a place for drinking. What was the point? The wall was littered with dozens of old faded papers. Whoever did this was obsessed with some local murders. According to some of the clippings, bodies had been found in ravines in the forest, and in one case dumped in the back of an abandoned truck. I couldn't be sure, but I thought some of these same articles had been pasted up back in those tunnels. Did that sewer worker find this room? Is that why he was killed? A faded receipt was half trampled on the floor. It was from the local train station, and it was for 2 tickets. I didn't know what use it could be, but did I keep it? I neatly folded the soiled receipt and slipped it into my front pocket. Did that sewer worker... Drinks... Wait, go back. Okay. It was in a garbage bag? Let us try and find this garbage bag. Nope, that's not a garbage bag. Oh, man. Okay. Go all the way back. All the way back. Odd, there was a similar dirt on my own shoes. I did not want to go back into those tunnels. It seemed to be better than press. Disgusting. It was a mess of filthy garbage bags. There were rips and tears in most of the bags. What looked like an old videotape was sticking out. Did I take the tape? Yes, you took it. I wasn't sure. What I'd hoped to discover on the tape, but I took it anyway. I did not want to keep digging through this mess. Yes! Yes! I'm very happy you remembered it was in a garbage bag, because we would have just said screw it. And be on our way. Wait. This way? This way? Yeah, this way. Oh, there was a dusty VCR on the security desk. I wondered what was on that VHS tape I found. Did I play the tape? Oh no. The video showed a man right there in the sewers being attacked. The tape looked fuzzy and stretched, like somebody had tampered with it. It looked like there could have been 2 men. I couldn't stand to watch that video again. That was it? I wondered what was on that tape and why was it thrown out. Okay, now we can leave and he can stop bringing it up that I didn't do it right. Because he loved doing that. I wonder what was on that tape. Would I need that gun or that knife before the end? Both weighed me down and aggravated my leg as I climbed that old ladder. The thought of that videotape still gave me chills. Who was it that didn't want to be seen? Was it the same person that hid all those clippings away in that locked room? Suddenly, that awful smell of that sewer gave me a pine-scented blast of fresh air. Oh. Get up. An old ladder leading to an ancient water tower. Yes! On my nose, it just... Get out of here. A patch smeared dirt and grass, beat up old wallet. I thought it was mine. I took it. I slid the filthy thing in my pocket. In fact, I didn't contain any cards of any kind. Whatever. Did I put this up here, or was somebody else carrying it? And I guess he never will know. We just get to know, because he already beat his game. Or he's already done, because he's a jerk. Tried the little key and it worked. The window's picking up a bit. Nah. Meh. Old train station. Boop. Old map. Of course, the map in those tunnels. Similar. Notes. Sorry condition of the place. Sad. Mer. What just happened? Hello.
Hello.
Wait, go back. Go back. That's the big box. Old train ripped open. Mer, no one gives a crap. Mer. It was getting colder. So was it big and beautiful and everything you'd hoped it'd be?
What?
The bookcase. Old ticket booth. You're the one who got to see it. Wait, what were these? Train receipts. I thought the receipt I'd picked up might match these, but of course not. This station had been closed for years. The ticket must have been for the newer station that opened up on the other side of town after this one was abandoned. However, I noticed a series of fresher-looking paper covered in tiny notes, scribbles, and diagrams. It looked like someone had been leafing through the old ledgers, looking for something. A name, perhaps? Maybe. How's it going? Why do you look nervous?
I'm not nervous.
Mary says hi.
Hi!
Good one. This must have been but I couldn't make it out of Mission River in Basra. This one? Trampled into the dirt and grass was a plastic card of some kind. It's mine! Take it. Yeah, credit card. Through the fence I could see a dilapidated outbuilding. I wonder if I could find my way around it. Is this how we get to the ladies? Ah, crap. There was a fire pit. Ah, crap. Go back. We want this one. Wait, what do we want? What am I doing? What are we doing? What is life? I think this is the way to the ladies. A dry old picnic table sat lonely amongst the trees. It had carvings marked from years. Yes. path ended in the coal-licking river. I wasn't sure if it was safe to cross like this. Yes, we crossed. Here they are. Hello, ladies. Would you like a shallow grave? I'll give you a nice one. Keep you toasty, warm, cozy. Yeah. What were these women doing out here? And we swim back across. Boop. And boop. 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 Personal effects shoved in the rock. Wait, there's a notebook. Yes. Cheap dollar store notebook. Holly. Ashley. Rose, Holly, and Ashley, I think, are the ones I couldn't figure out. Rachel, her name was on the list. Okay. Okay. This one. No, no, no. Grimy sink, small patch, look clean. Wait, was I supposed to use this to, like, get across the river? Because I never used it. I didn't need it. It lied. But that's okay. The sign was the same as the first one. Huh. I'll be quiet. I finally found the exit. Once I left, I knew I never wanted to return there. Through the dense trees, I started to see some light. It must have been on the edge of the forest. Path ahead of me. I could feel a notebook in my pocket as I tried to think about what it would mean. Would I meet them too? The path ahead was less dense, and I felt guarded and weary and done. That's quite the walk. It's pretty good. As I stepped through the gate, I suddenly recognized the auto parts factory where I had worked as a machinist. Okay. I found the body of a security guard. Saw the blunt. Shut up, phone. Dug into the ground was a cracked watch. It was mine! Mine. I wished I could have remembered. Why was all my stuff missing? Oh. Locker. One of those lockers hung open. Kinda didn't suss around. Door was locked. Large power box. Did I ever come down here? I don't remember going in that door. Every part of this plant smelled old and rotten. On. Open locker. Woman's photo. Get back to Rachel. Okay. Old break table. Beer bottles. Upstairs. Door. Utility shelf. Yes, you took the hammer. Alright then. Guess you took the card. We almost left that. Like a dum-dum. I didn't want to go in there. Or did I? Oh no, I don't want to be in here. I don't want to be in here. Wait, I don't care. So we need to go all the way down. I think. I can't remember if we used the key card or went through that other door. What? Ah, I don't remember. Yes. A rack of flashlights hung on the wall. One of them was missing. Wait a minute. They were the exact same flashlight I was carrying. I turned my own over and looked at the bottom. Judging by the label, it definitely came from that rack. This is new. The stale scent of the old factory gave way to the brisk odor of pine trees and dirt. I was back outside, though I wasn't sure if that was better or worse. The path beyond was dark and my flashlight barely illuminating anything. I wondered if it had really been taken from the factory. If so, how did I get it? That poor guard. He was probably just doing his job. Maybe he knew what was going on in that boarded up room. If he did, he wouldn't be telling that tale to anyone. I hoped the path led back to town. I needed to find some help. Yeah. Well, at least that was new. A pickup had smashed into a guardrail and stood silent. Was this the truck that those newspaper clippings mentioned? Was there really a body found here too? I looked closer at the tailgate and could see a series of dried streaks down its back. Inside the truck was dried blood and broken glass. I wasn't surprised this hadn't been towed away yet. Ah, the garbage bin was a disgusting mess of rotting food and slick black bags. I saw a thin greenish corner poking out from one of the bags. It was my driver's license. It looked like it was damaged. I took it. Yes, man, it's in my wallet. And next, my credit card. Sounded like it was going to start raining again. Shut up! I entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store that he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of the television. Give me back my wife. The TV still flickered, some indecipherable channel. See, I said the word right that time. Couldn't make out what was on the screen, but that glowy just gave me the chills. Norman! I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Norman, my coworker, and one of the few friends I had in this town, lay dead beside his armchair. His face burned. Norman, you deserve better. And now close your eyes. I did it because I think you're creepy. And you're screwing my wife. Douche. We don't know that yet, though. Not yet. But soon! Guess this was Norman's. Never been to Norman's place. But we know my wife has. Kitchen trash bin. Yes. Hairpin. And that was all we found. Oh, wait. Yeah. Attic thingy. Yes. I still don't know what this is. I would love to know what this is. What is this? Because it was in that other place too. It's very peculiar. There was a large cardboard box. I opened it. Inside was Rachel's crap. That whore. Norman. Why? Items in the box made my head spin. I am very upset about this. Boop. I hope to hell that Rachel had nothing to do with that mess. She had everything to do with that mess. Everything. Wasn't even entirely surprised to find this was here. It was Rachel's old coat. I wonder how long it had been here. There was a little bit of something dark stained on the sleeve. And the guns. And the guns. And we put it back because we're a good guy like that. Norman, what were you doing with these? You're so crazy. See, I thought it was a light fixture too. But here, I will show you. That's the light. This thing. So I have no idea what this is. Because if this is the light, this makes no sense. And it was in like that tunnel place too? But I don't know. That would have been a more fun ending than the one we previously got. Because that one was garbage. I don't think there's anything else in here. No, that was it. That ending was really like, you really just can't make up your mind, can you? Here, have a sucky ending. Use the bin to unlock doors. Yay! General store is small. I wanna go back. I had entered Norman's place. This was the back of the store he ran. It was oddly quiet except for the faint sound of the What? Okay, so that's where I came in. Thanks, game. The register was mostly empty. I wondered if someone had robbed the place before killing Norman upstairs. The icebox seemed unplugged. Now for a while, most of its contents were half melted. What was the matter, Norman? Cheated on your hydro bills too? Various things. Much better shape back then. It'd been weeks since I'd last seen Norman, and finding him that way just left me cold. Thinking of him slumped against that chair only cemented my reassurance on getting rid of that gun. Looked like someone had taken that piece from his store. But why was it in those tunnels? I stepped outside to recall the dusty old box in the mirror. I felt like I only discovered more questions, no answers, but I was close to home. Time to find the truth! Burp, burp. Locked. Locked. That one's mine. Wrong gate. This was locked. Okay. I was curious if that one was open because we didn't get to that one last time. Boop. Ba-ba. 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 Neighborhood's local post box, letter sticking out. We're gonna read it. We don't like privacy. Norman, sending you this letter. Afraid to tell you in person. We did bad things. My husband sucks, but yeah. He's your friend, you douche. I'm gonna leave you both because you both suck. So yeah, I'm gonna tell on you too. So he's probably gonna hate you. He's probably gonna try and kill you. But yeah, bye. Thanks, Rachel. You're such a nice lady. All the blood. Meh. It entered our backyard. Terrible sense of expectant, afraid. Yay! Burp, burp. Burp, burp. I held my breath as I approached her. Mine, meh, house. Painfully quiet. Finally. Remembered having breakfast here on this very table. Was that yesterday or sometime before? Hey, that's the basement. We can't go down in the basement. Small pile of mail on the floor in front of the mailbox. How long have I been away? Why didn't Rachel pick this up? Most of the contents were bills. There was a credit card bill. Did I open it? Yep. Ripped it open. Stuff happened. It was great. It was a good time. Everyone laughed. And I took a nap. Hey, door. Found the last missing piece of my wallet. Yeah. Yep. New television. Rachel got mad 'cause she's a douche. But it's my TV. She can't take that from me. Mine. Door was stuck. Old-fashioned keyhole under the handle. Okay. Da-da-da. The books are half mine, half Rachel. Hey, now look more closely. That man in the house has the same one as me, but not that edition. Rachel's suitcase. As I started to take it, I could feel myself flush with anger and resentment. The date and time matched the receipt I had found. That was new. Rachel, why? Were you really going to run away with Norman? Was I really such a monster? I don't get how he came to that conclusion after we had read her note to Norman. Hallway mirror smashed, piece on the floor. Couldn't really make myself out. Don't really want to. Your sink need to be replaced. I do love clawfoot bathtubs. Okay. Laptop on. Meh. Yes. Pocketed the key. Hey, how come there's no... Maybe it's downstairs. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he found it in the train station. Pretty sure. Why? Where else would he find one? I'm gonna say it was a thingy. What are you talking about, dude? Unlock the basement door. There were old Christmas decorations in the box. Remember our last Christmas? Garbage bags were stuffed with old paint cans and supplies. There was a dirty old key. Yes, take the key. Took a small key. I'll close. We had too much junk. Okay, so we have to go up. Maybe that safe is in. What did I do? No, I don't want to be in here. Go upstairs. This door, Grammy old key, works here. Get the crowbar. Looked like the room had been tossed around. The furniture was messed. Did somebody break in here? There was an old crowbar on the floor. Yes. I lifted it and it was beautiful. Where's that frickin' safe? I don't care. Let's get my ending. The one I want. The good one. Did I break through the wall with the crowbar? Yes. With a heave, I swung the crowbar at the wall. I smashed a large hole. A hole large enough to step through. Ah. As I stepped through the broken wall, my breath caught in my throat. This was it. Was Rachel down there? Was she okay? Don't look. We're gonna look. Don't do it. We're doing it. Oh, no blood. Oh, well. Rachel. A filthy-looking pile of rags had been dumped in the corner. The stench of them was awful and made my eyes water. I was terrified to even touch the pile, to see what lay within. But I knew I had to. I had come this far. After all this searching, after all I had seen, when I looked within the rags, did I finally find my Rachel? Yes. Oh no, my hands trembled as I pulled back the layers of cloth because I sucked last time when I frickin' played this game. There at the center, under the dirt and mess, was my beloved, my Rachel. Rachel! Her arms Her arms were bruised all over and slashed repeatedly. Her clothes were ripped and torn, and even through all that sickening blood, it was obvious she had been stabbed to death. Just a little bit. The knife I carried all this way suddenly seemed like poison. What had happened to Rachel? Who did this to you? I thought about it, all I had seen, and wondered if any of it could help me figure out who had done this. And when I couldn't stay there any longer, I slipped away shaky legs and made my way back upstairs. Reluctantly exhausted from my journey, I had no longer resist the urge to close my eyes. Rachel. Yay! Maybe I would use some of Rachel's travel books and find some place to go. No matter what, I needed some kind of escape. It was my wallet with its contents intact. Either I dropped that stuff or somebody else did. Maybe I was sleepwalking again, or maybe somebody stole it from me. Norman's store, the forest, the water tower. Was I at those places before? Okay, now are we saying yes to this or no? Did I kill Rachel? Did Norman kill Rachel and I found out and I couldn't handle it? So I went and I killed Norman because he was a douche and he was sticking it in my wife without my permission. Ugh. Let's say I was there because I felt like I was there. I didn't see how it could have happened any other way. I must have been the one to lose my wallet and its contents. But what does that mean? Escaping the law, escaping the law. This was the old photo that other man and his wife, I assumed. I found it in that house. I recalled those faded remains I had found deep underneath his house. What had he done there? Well, what did I think? Was that man involved in this whole mess somehow? Yep, definitely. Those tunnels, the odd tools in his house, and the remains of his wife. He wasn't innocent, that's for sure. So presumptuous. Within the few broken pieces that remained of that mirror, I could see my face had grown pale and weak. Couldn't bear to look again. It was like I didn't actually expect to see a reflection. I felt empty and drained. The reflection in that grimy glass was only a shadow, a whisper. The quiet in that room unnerved me terribly. I still loved that old-time charm and that cloth-hooded tub, though it seemed like cold comfort then. Rachel loved this part of the house. Rachel. No. It was the key card I found at the bottom of that factory locker. I never did bother to use it. Really? Oh. Somebody had been going through those lockers and poking around the plant. Still, it wasn't quite... didn't quite add up. Was I the one who had been going back to the factory? It looked that way, didn't it? The locker room had given up drinking, but we didn't. I'd made up my mind. The laptop had finally run out of power. No more porn! No more porn! And we go. Good day. Whoop. And we go down. My old office safe that's set on the floor. It used a digital passcode lock. Did I try to open it? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. The code worked. I pulled open the small safe door and peered inside. There was a photo in there of Rachel and I when we had first moved to town. In it, we were smiling outside the front of the house, which looked like a real mess. We looked happy, though. Odd. I couldn't remember who took that photo. Inside the safe was also an envelope. The front of it read, "Do not open until I tell you." I guess this was as good a time as any to see what was inside. Did I open the envelope and read what was inside? I tore open the envelope and removed the yellow-lined paper inside. On it was a letter written in hand that looked familiar. The letter read, "I know this whole event probably been pretty difficult. Hang on. You can't imagine how hard it's been for me, too. Well, maybe you can. This isn't meant to be an excuse, but, well, I hope you can better understand why I've done what I've done. Moving to this town seemed like a dream, a quiet place to get established, to live out our lives, and to be together. But you know as well as I do that things quickly changed. Your drinking was one thing, but as you grew more distant, as you retreated into that world of yours, well, it was clear you didn't need me as much. In fact, maybe you never needed me at all. But it took all this to make you realize. In the end, though, you may never forgive me for this. You may never forgive yourself, but this is probably for the best. You'll be healthier for this. I'm just sorry it had to happen this way. Bye-bye, Rachel." No! I leafed through the notebook I had taken from the forest. In it were the names that had been written down. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. I recalled the names I saw scratched out on that old desk, deep within those musty tunnels. Was the man in that house really up to something? Was he the one responsible for Rachel's murder? But I had found him dead. It was the letter I had taken from the post box. "Rachel, were you really having an affair with Norman? But why? I didn't think things were that bad." In the letter, Rachel seemed concerned. She almost seemed worried of what Norman might do. Did he do that to Rachel? Yes. I was sure of it. She wanted to end their affair, and that bastard, he killed her for it! A lot of it made sense. Norman was clearly seeing Rachel a lot, so he had plenty of time to plan it out. He knew where we lived, obviously. Is that why Rachel looked so scared when I came home that day? What had happened to me? Did Norman knock me out or something? I didn't know what to think. I just wanted to put this whole mess behind me. From now on, I'd have no one to get angry with me for stupid things like buying this TV. Just thinking about things like that made me sick with grief. What? Yes. And we go down. It seemed like I had seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. The mail still sat there, heaped on the floor. How long had Rachel been lying in the basement? It seemed like that mail had been there for a while now. I will go to the basement when I'm ready. There would be no more dinners here. No more chit-chat over breakfast. At least not for us. I couldn't recall when I'd last ate, but I wasn't hungry in the least. We don't want to go in the backyard. That's like my favorite part of this game so far is wiggling the light. I don't know why, but I like it. If I was guilty, I could take this to a warm, safe place and do something about it. Did I pick up the knife? Yes. I took the knife and kept it firmly in my hand. Now that I stood there, I realized I couldn't go back in that room again. I had already seen too much. I needed to put an end to this situation one way or another. I knew I needed to escape that nightmare, but what about the knife I still carried? I wondered, even if I left, would it really be over? So, did I leave that house forever? Yes. Living in this town hadn't been easy. The plan had helped in some way to stay grounded. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours at a time. I had MRIs and piles of doctor's reports, but nothing seemed to help. Not even drinking. But I swear I had tried to give it up. I know it! The sleepwalking never really went away, though. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she had tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This night had unearthed terrible truths, but I knew it was the final act of a long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I had remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with all of this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things I had seen to think otherwise. After making it out of those tunnels, I thought those sewers might feel safer. I was wrong. The security tape I had watched showed someone being attacked by what looked like two people. But who was it that was attacked? I'd found contents of my wallet scattered throughout town. Why the hell had I been there? Had my sleepwalking gone to some new extreme? The thought I couldn't account for my whereabouts, but knew I had been to that forest and even Norman's place, well, it was terrifying. I didn't know what that meant, but at least I'd recovered my things. Hopefully, I thought. That would cover my tracks, so I wouldn't be blamed for this. Deep within those woods, though, where things became truly awful, finding that notebook only made things worse. Rachel's name had been on that list. So what terrible plot was she a part of? There was a similar list of names on that desk in the tunnels. What was the connection? It was clear, at least, that I had been the one going back to the factory. I must have been sleepwalking or something. But what the hell was I doing there? I'd given up drinking, hadn't I? So what was going on in that boarded up room? Suddenly, my stomach started to turn. Was I responsible for the dead guard? After the factory, I thought I might find some solace if I could, just to get Norman's store. Just get to Norman's store. But all I found were more horrors and more questions. Now that I really considered it, that's when I should have seen it coming. Norman, you were dead, and it was damn hard to feel bad about that. It was clear you and Rachel were more than just friends, but obviously whatever had been going on had gone badly. So why did you kill her? Did she want out of whatever you two were getting into? Were you responsible for the other murders and of those other horrible things that had gone in that town? I would find no peace, that much was certain, but this way I didn't have to look in the eye or sit through some kind of trial or wonder what was going on through your head. When I had marched through the rain towards home, I desperately clung to the hope that this would end. And I guess in a way it did. But how could I have known how hopeless it all was? I had started to feel disoriented as when I sleepwalked. To think of it now, coming through the back door and into the kitchen should have tipped me off that something was horribly wrong. There was no sound of television, radio, even the air was still, but seeing Rachel there, lying, ruined and discarded in the basement, That was a horror I never have imagined. That other man I had found was involved in this all somehow. I knew it. But it was Norman, that traitorous son of a bitch, who had done the deed. Whatever was going on, he was the one who took Rachel away from me. I hated him for it more than I could possibly express, but I was offered no strength, no solace. Rachel was gone now, and I was too. Forever. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife, just the thought of her again, cold and inert, shook me from head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet. Beneath? Words! And I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. Oh. Okay. There's this band, and I'm kind of obsessed with them, and they're kind of emo, and just whatever. They're called Alisana. They have a song, or they have an album called The Emptiness. It's very similar story. It's a good story, though. It's a very good story. That's why I love them so much, is their great storytelling. And like the whole album is like the chapters of this crazy story of the artist and Annabelle, and it's beautiful. And it actually really makes me think of this, and that's a good thing. It's good, because I love that album more than anything in the world. But oh my god, we're done, and my throat is so dry. So are my lips, just... And I kind of feel like I should have left the knife too. But I was in a yes mode. Just yes to everything. So that's it. I beat a game twice. And I was gonna say one stream because it was kind of one stream, but in one night. 2 streams, 1 night. It was wonderful. But thanks so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great night, and I will be on tomorrow with a new game. Which game? I don't know yet. I was almost thinking BioShock 2. But yeah. If you like story albums and you can sit through... It's like... They call it sweetcore or post-hardcore. It's screaming, but like... Sean Milk has the most beautiful voice. It's very high-pitched and... it's beautiful. But there's lots of screaming and like... Meh, and Jeremy is an underrated drummer and I love him. But yeah. I would highly recommend them because all of their albums are story-based. They have an album that's strictly Brother Grimm stories. They have an album that's Edgar Allan Poe stories. Like, just songs from stories. But The Emptiness was their story that they wrote, and then there was A Place Where the Sun is Silent, which is another one of their stories. And the new one, the latest one that's coming out very, very soon that they keep teasing me with, and I just have to listen to it because it's going to be wonderful. But anyway. Thanks again. I will stream tomorrow a new game that might be BioShock 2. It might be. I don't know. I have to figure out. So, maybe BioShock 2, maybe something else. I don't know. But thanks one last time. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.